On the eastern coast of India, near the beaches of Bheemili and the busy highways of Visakhapatnam, a quiet stretch of farmland and low hills is poised to become one of Asia's most important digital hubs. This is Tarlawada, a village that, until recently, few outside the region had heard of. Now, global tech headlines are calling it home to a future Google data center. Government sources and industry reports say officials have identified nearly 200 acres at Tarlawada and in Dapuram, Mandalam for the project. Part of a broader plan for multiple campuses in the Visakhapatnam area. If built as planned, the cluster will be one of the largest search investments in India. Why Vizag? The answer is connectivity and capacity. Visakhapatnam's location on India's east coast, with strong highway links, a major port, and improving subsea cable and power infrastructure, all of which make it attractive for hyperscale data infrastructure. State officials have also highlighted plans for dedicated power and green energy communities to support energy-hungry data centers. Reports vary in the headline figures. Some place the total investment between $6 billion and $15 billion, depending on scope and partners, but independent coverage and industry data consistently describe a 1 gigawatt class project composed of several linked campuses around Vizag. One of those campuses, Tarlawada, is said to measure about 200 acres. Together, the sites would represent one of the largest concentrated data center investments in Asia. Data centers are not like ordinary factories. They require huge amounts of power, extensive cooling systems, secure fiber connectivity, and robust physical security. They also need land that's stable, accessible, and relatively close to subsea cable landings for low-latency global connectivity. For that reason, the Tarlawada site's mix of open land and access to regional infrastructure is a decisive advantage. For villagers, the prospect brings mixed emotions. Officials project thousands of jobs during construction and in operations, plus ancillary growth. Hotels, housing, and shops. At the same time, land acquisition and compensation become critical flashpoints. Local reporting shows that the government has proposed compensation packages and options for DPATA holders, but legal challenges and disputes have slowed some acquisitions. Data centers consume a lot of water and energy, which has raised concerns among activists and environmental groups. Observers worry about groundwater, coastal ecology, and the cumulative impact as multiple campuses and associated infrastructure expand. State and company statements emphasize sustainability measures, higher compensation, green energy procurements, and environmental impact assessments. But watchdogs say independent monitoring will be essential. According to public filings and press reports, the companies and state agencies involved are moving quickly to finalize agreements and clearances. Some reports anticipate the interior phase to begin within a year and partial operations in 2 to 3 years, though land disputes and regulatory clearances could affect that schedule. Media coverage also describes partnerships with local infrastructure firms for power and subsea connectivity. If the project reaches scale, it could transform Visakhapatnam into a major AI and cloud hub, attracting more IT investment, training programs, and supply chain firms. State leaders compare the opportunity to past tech booms elsewhere in India, predicting that the project could catalyze tens of thousands of indirect jobs and spin off new industry. But turning that into long-term gains will require local skill development, transparent land processes, and careful environmental planning. Major questions remain. How quickly can land claims and legal disputes be resolved? Will the promised green energy and water management measures be sufficient? And how will benefits be distributed among local communities? These are the issues that will decide whether Tarlawada becomes a model of responsible development or a cautionary tale. Tarlawada stands at the crossroads, a small village facing a global future. What happens here will not only shape the lives of local families, but also influence the map of digital infrastructure in India and beyond. For now, the fields wait, the surveys continue, and the machines of the 21st century inch closer to the eastern shore. For tech gains, this region is perfect. Close to the coast, good roads, power lines, and access to subsea cables. But for the people who live here, this land is more than coordinates on a map. It's their farms, their memories, their only source of income. Local villagers say they haven't agreed to give up their land. They fear losing not just property, but identity. The life they have built over generations. Officials claim compensation and development will follow, but many residents say they have received no clear information. As Google and the government move ahead with one of the largest data center projects in India, the people of Tarlawada stand firm, uncertain, anxious, and waiting for answers. So what do you think? Will this Google data center bring real development to our region? Or will it create new issues like water and power shortages in the future? Comment your opinion below. I'd love to know what you think. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.